Assalamu alaikum students, Mathematics 4024. Welcome to Maths Guru. I hope you all are fine. I'm fine too, Alhamdulillah. I'm back with another video on the topic variation. This is the first topic of grade 9 of the second term, and we have started this topic in the class. In this video, we will be solving one past paper question, and that is from November 2003, paper 1, question number 10. I told you that in variation we will be discussing two types of relationship, that is the direct proportion and the inverse proportion. So in this question we'll be looking at both the concepts and we will be solving the question, and this question has two parts. In the first part we have to form an equation and then we have to use that equation to find the unknown variable, and in the second part we will be solving a word problem on variation. uh, the word problem on variation, we have to solve it with the same trick which we discussed in the class. The trick was we have to write the data first and then we have to analyze the relation and then we have to choose the method. If it is a direct proportion, then we will solve it by cross multiplication, and if it is an inverse proportion, we will be solving it by sideways multiplication. So this question is basically a summary of what we did in this week earlier in variation. So I am reading the question first. I have solved the first part and I will be solving the second part with you guys. So starting with the question says that y is directly proportional to x square, and we know that since this is mathematics, so we have to transform this English sentence into math sentence, and I told you that since y is first, so I will start off with the y, and this is the sign of the proportion. And since y is directly proportional, directly means I have to write the other quantity in the numerator. Since it is directly proportional, so y proportional. And what type of proportional? It is directly proportional, so I will write x square in the numerator. So y is directly proportional to x square, and you know that when this proportional sign is removed, we have to insert an equals to and a constant k. So the next step will be y is equals to kx square. So that is the first part. Y is directly proportional to x square, and we have formed the equation y is equals to kx square. Now I told you that just after this sentence, you will be provided with the two values to find the value of k. So now let's see what the question says after this point. And it is known that y is equals to 10 for a particular value of x. So the question is not giving us the two values. The value of y is given 10, but the value of x is not given, so we will not be able to find the value of k in this question. So what we did, we will just use this value y is equals to 10 and we'll form another equation of k. And what is that equation? We will put y is equals to 10. We know that y is equals to kx square, so in place of y we will just write 10, and equals to, as it is, constant k will be as it is and x square will be as it is. Since we don't know the value of x, so we will just write x square, and then we will make k as the subject, so k will be equals to 10 upon x square. In the questions which we discussed in the class, two values were provided in those type of questions, so we were able to find the value of k. But in this question, we have only one value, y is equals to 10, and the other value is not mentioned. So we will just make an equation in the form of k, and this will be k is equals to 10 upon x square. This is the same type of question which we did in the class. The last question, I'm talking about the last question, in which we have the air resistance, which was directly proportional to the speed. So this is the same type of question, and so we are moving now with the question. The question is saying that we have to find the value of y when this value of x is half. So in the first part, we just uh, developed an equation by just reading this line, which is y is directly proportional to x square. So the equation is y is equals to kx square. And then I told you that after this sentence, two values will be provided to you to find the value of k. But this in this type of question, only one value of the variable was provided. We will just place y is equals to 10 and then kx square. So since we have to make k as our subject, we have to write the formula for the k. So k will be equals to this x square is being multiplied on this side, it will go on the other side and it will get divided. So k will be equals to 10 upon x square. So now moving on with the question. The question is find the value of y. So now we have to find the value of y. And what is the value of x? The value of x is half, means the value of x is divided by 2. The value half means we have to divide x by 2. So the value of x is now x upon 2. So these are the two values which I will put in my equation, which is y is equal to kx square. The value of k is 10 upon x square and the value of x is half, means x upon 2. The value of y I have to find out. So I will just place y is equals to y equals to, in place of k I will just put 10 upon x square. And since now the value of x is not x, the value of x is x upon 2, so I will just write x upon 2 in place of x. Since this is x squared, so it will be whole square. So x upon 2 whole square. So now this square is on x and on 2 as well. So I will just write equals to again 10x square, 10 upon x square will be as it is. Multiply by x square will be square on x will be x square and the square of 2 will be 4. This x square and this x square will get cancelled out and the remaining will be 10 upon 4. 10 upon 4 can be reduced. 2 times 5 is 10 and 2 times 2 is 4. And 5 upon 2 will give us an answer of 2 whole number 1 upon 2. So the value of y is 2 whole number 1 upon 2 when the value of x is half. So this was a tricky part since we don't know the exact values of x and y. So we were not able to find the value of k. So we just made an equation in terms of x. We just made an equation of k in terms of x, and then we use this equation, the value of k, to find out the value of y when the x is halved. So that is the answer of the first part, 2 whole number 1 upon 2. Now we will move on to the second part, and the second part is a word problem. So I will just read the question and I will identify the two quantities which are given. The first quantity is men. 7 men can paint a bridge in 15 days. So men, first heading will be men and the other heading will be days. So I will just write men and days and I will now insert the data, men and days. So 7 men means I will write 7 in the column of men, and 7 men are taking 15 days to paint a bridge. And the first question is I have to find out how long, means I have to find days. So this will be x and the men is 3. So now I have completed my data. Now I will analyze what type of relation is this. So by looking at the question, or we can say that by looking at the data, we can say that on increasing the number of men, it will take less days to complete the work. So the relation is inverse because I am increasing the quantity of men and the days is decreasing. So this is an inverse relation, and we know that to solve an inverse relation, we use sideways multiplication. And sideways multiplication means we have to multiply 7 with 15, and 7 will multiply by 15 will be equals to 3 multiplied by x. Since we have to find the value of x, so what we will do, we'll just shift this 3 on the other side. 3 is being multiplied on this side, and when it will go on the other side, it will get divided. So it will look like this, 7 multiplied by 15 and whole divided by 3. So this is a paper 1 question, so calculator will not be allowed. So we have to reduce it. 5 times 3 times 1 is 3 and 3 times 5 and 7 multiplied by 5 is 35. So 3 men will take 35 days to paint that bridge. So since this is a word problem, so we have to write the statement as well. So we will just write a statement like this. Since we have to find out how long will it take to paint a bridge, so we will say that 3 men will take 35 days to paint the same bridge. So that was B part number 1. and now we will move on to the second part. In the second part, we just have to make an expression, and in terms of t, we have to make an expression. The bridge was painted in t days. Write down an expression in terms of t for the number of men needed to paint the bridge. So since it is the same part, so the first line will be as it is. So we will write men. I will use M for men and I will use D for days. And we know that 7 men are painting the bridge in 15 days. And what we have to do, the bridge was painted in T days. So now the days are T, and we have to write an expression for the number of men. So I will write X in place of M. And I know that this is an inverse proportion, so I will just use the same trick, sideways multiplication, to write the expression for X. So X multiplied by T, X multiplied by T will be equals to 7 multiplied by 15, and 7 multiplied by 15, I know that 7 multiplied by 15 is 105. 7 times 5 is 35. So 5 will be here and 3 will be carry forward. 7 times 1 is 7 and 7 plus 3 will be 10. So this will be 105. And since I have to write the expression for x, so just I will make the subject x, and this t is being multiplied on this side and it will go on the other side and it will get divided. So this is the expression for the number of men which are needed to paint the bridge in T days.